Delhi. Thank you so much all for joining us. And first, you, Diana Emanuel, your comments on this move by Chandrababu Naidu.
So I think on this specific occasion of Women for STEM specifically, International Day on that, it is a very positive move. And when we see there are enough women who have not come out to the workforce, they are staying at home mostly, and they are not coming out to the workforce because they don't have working facility available nearby. So when you think like that, this move is certainly a very positive move for women. And I'm sure with providing the proper training and we can get much more people to the workforce. And that is the main key theme around this announcement which has been made.
The government will work actively to have more companies opening up, and the IT companies opening up, as he said, in every town, village, in panchayats as well. Ayush Nambiar, your comments on this move by the Chief Minister, and as was just mentioned by Diana Emanuel, this is a move that will hopefully get more women to come out and work, and also women who, after having children, actually leave the workforce. So hopefully it will help in that as well.
So I am actually, usually never in support of work from home. But this particular move by the Chief Minister is, I think, something which is commendable. I think it is one step closer to this inclusive thought process, inclusive workspace. And I really wish something like this can be even taken on a national level by government, with whether it's the HRD ministry or it's any of your typical corporates. I think even corporates nowadays, because corporates have led this move, led this change over the past few years. During COVID, of course, it was something that we necessarily needed. But right after COVID, I think it was corporates who continued it, sustained it, and have been able to actually get good work out of the work. Your of hybrid work or online workspaces. I think that move itself from the corporate level has been successful, which initially I was not too confident of. But with this,
that's an honest admission there. Yes.
Yeah.
And it comes at a time when a lot of companies have had problems, moving people back from that work from home culture back to home. Internationally also, we've heard of examples. Diana Emanuel also, not just to have, allow women to work from home, but the Chief Minister talking about having IT spaces, planning them in every city, town and mandal. That too is a, great thing to hear, that, to have, so people don't have to migrate from villages or towns to the cities. Let's bring those corporate offices to them.
Right. So when I see this, go ahead, Ayush.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so when I see this move, it is again, I totally agree with Ayush when we say that I'm not a big proponent of work from home, because work happens in office, and the, the energy which propagates, even the learning which propagates in a complete office environment is very different. But to get more people into the workforce, there are people who are not entering into the workforce due to these limitations, but then these policies, and there is always jobs which can be brought closer to home, kind of. So those jobs, we get more talent coming in there, and that's where I feel be it the mandals, the mandabs, every panchayat having some workspace is good enough. India has gone digital, and every village is connected now. People are much more digitally aware, and
right. We also have Mamta Mahapatra, Professor HR, joining us for to talk about this move by the Andhra Chief Minister. Ma'am, your comments on this move, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister's push for work from home for women, and saying that we will have IT offices everywhere, and this will help the work-life balance.
Completely agree with my co-panelists. I think India is on the move, and it's a very welcome move by the Andhra Chief Minister. I think provided we provide women with the necessary infrastructure and facilities by way of which they can, work from home, we need to give a huge push to women entrepreneurs. I think India needs this kind of a move, and working from home enables the women to take care of their family responsibilities and caregiving responsibilities, many roles that they play. So it's a very welcome move, I would say.
Right. Honest admissions by both Diana and Ayush regarding not being too much in favor of work from home. Of course, the reason why the chief minister is saying it is different. He wants women to come out, work. He's recently also spoken about his concerns about the falling birth rate in Andhra Pradesh. So perhaps this is also a way to encourage women to work at the same time and not compromise on family planning. But let's talk about the larger corporate culture, because it's interesting that this statement has come at a time when also in the news is a statement by the L&T chairman, Mr. Subramanian, who he was talking and he was talking about work culture these days, and he says earlier, if I was told to go from Chennai to Delhi to work, I'd just go. But now when you ask somebody, they're like, bye. And if you ask them there's no more work from home, come to office, he says they're like, bye. So he was making another point about his perhaps frustration with the work culture these days. Your comments, Ayush?
So I stand by my original thought on L&T chairman's views. I absolutely agree with him. Of course, I am assuming that when he made that statement, it was half humor, half to create humor.
Yes, I think that gets lost when we quote them, but yes, you're absolutely right.
But in the same breath, I completely support L&T chairman as well on that particular subject, because I am somebody who does not believe in the typical work-life balance. I say work till you can and then achieve balance in life. Right? I see a lot of young people. I see a lot of young executives of the company with very basic salaries and saying, "Yeah, I have worked for 9 hours. I want to go back home, rest now." I have never seen such people grow from, by working 8 to 9 hours. I have seen people who are aspirational work for 12 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours. I here work 18 hours a day.
You're the promoter. You are the MD of the company, so it's different for you.
I think, but here's the thing, right? Yeah. India is in a stage right now where we need more people, young people, to work harder, essentially become, MDs, joint MDs or CEOs, CXOs. You see the likes of, any top executive of this country, Sundar Pichai, for example, is Google CEO. The gentleman, even today, I know him, so 18, 19 hours is nothing for him. And he has done that for the past years. So to achieve that, you need to do that.
Yeah, for a short period. It's not sustainable for a long, period. Then you'll have burnout as well. Diana, Manuel, your comments on this and what Mr. Subramaniam said about, the kind of ethics or the kind of issues he faces with trying to get more work out of the young employees.
So I won't go to his quote. I will respect him for whatever he has quoted. On my views on the same thing. When I say, how to relate to Gen Z is very different. So if they are passionate, I've seen their work. And that is what I have seen in my work experience. They put in their hours, they're allowed to put in hours, and they're allowed to be mentored and grow in their career. So I would say bring in a culture of passion, and it kind of becomes contagious then. And they work not because somebody is telling them to work 9 hours, 18 hours, they work because they love their work. And that's what we have to make our young engineers feel about work. They should love their work, and they should work for building, as Ayush totally said, we have to build the next India. And in the next India, it's not about complacence. We have to have passionate people. And passionate leaders and passionate people, both of them.
All right. Well, we moved away a little bit from the push that the Andhra Chief Minister is making, and this proposal to have more women come into the workforce, hopefully get more women out there.